Hello everyone, myself is Dr. Pinkesh Uttaria, working as an assistant professor at Department of Chemistry, Bhavans College, Dhakur. So today we are going to learn a new name reaction, that is Hack reaction, under the organometallic chemistry chapter. Okay, so here we are having iodobenzene, or you can take any halobenzene. When it is reacted with the alpha beta unsaturated ketone group under the palladium catalyst and triphenylphosphine, it will have a nucleophilic addition reaction to the unactivated alkene. So this is very interesting reaction as far as the CC coupling concerned. Okay, so now let us understand its mechanism. Okay, so before going to the mechanism, let us understand some of the important terminology for the organometallic chemistry. First of all, you should know the 18 electron rule. Now this 18 electron. Okay, so before going to the actual name reaction, let us understand some of the basic terminology in organometallic chemistry. So first of all, you should know the 18 electron rule. So how it is known as 18 electron? So as far as the transition metal is concerned, there are three types of orbital, that is S, T and P, that contribute to the metal and ligand interaction. So in S orbital you can have 2 electron, in D orbital you can have 10 electron, and P orbital you can have a 6 electron. So it will combines together and they will follow the H18 electron rule. So as far as the organometallic chemistry chapter is concerned, most ofly you can have a valence electron. We are concerned about the 3D, 4D and 5D elements. Now these 3D, 4D and 5D elements, we are very much focusing on the titanium complex. Here we can have Fe, ruthenium and osmium, cobalt and rhodium complex, nickel and palladium. Here we can have a Cu, Ag and Au. So apart from this osmium, all these elements are very much important for the organometallic chemistry point of view. They can have what we can say d orbital electron, that is 8, 9, 10 or 11. Okay, 4s2 3d6, 4s2 3d7, 4s2 3d9, 4s2 3d8, 4s2 3d9. So these are the important what we can say element uh, that can contribute to the metal and ligand. So let us understand how this hapticity, or what we can say the contribution to this metal atom to the ligand. Suppose if you are having like say, suppose if you are having cyclooctatetraene, okay, like this. Okay, now this cyclooctatetraene, in examination if you are showing this type of formation, so it shows that it has the 2 electron contribution, so that is known as eta 2. Suppose if it is shows like this, let's say it is cyclooctatetraene, here we are having a 4 electron, and if we are contributing this electron to the metal atom, so it will shows as eta 4. Now if we are having this type of structure, and if it is showing the 3 pi bond, okay, so now if the metal is contributing this 3 pi bond, so now it will has the hapticity of eta 6. Now if it is having this type of structure, okay, now cyclooctatetraene, now if it is having a metal like this, so it will shows eta 8. So this is the formation of eta 2, eta 4, eta 6 and eta 8. Now you can understand this metal atom that can contribute to the ligand by 2 electron, 4 electron and 6 electron and 8 electron. Similarly, there are so many ligands in which we are concerned about this organometallic chemistry. Let us understand one more ligand that is very much famous, of ferrocene ligand. Okay, so now this ferrocene ligand, what is the total contribution of this ligand? So here the metal atom is contributing the whole 5 member ring, so it will have the hapticity of eta 5, it is also having the electricity of eta 5. Now this ferrous Fe, that is 4s2 3d6. Okay, now this 4s2 3d6, now when we contributing these two 5 plus 5, that will be 10 electron, and 2 plus 6, it will be have a electron, so it will have a 18 electron. So now this ferrocene is also useful as far as the metal ligand combination is there. So this is the basic terminology how we can proceed for the organometallic chemistry. Now what is organometallic chemistry and how this bond formation is formed between the metal as well as the ligand. So now let us understand this organometallic chemistry via this diagram. Okay, so let us understand this basic fundamental knowledge of organometallic chemistry, how this metal and ligand they can interact. Now this is having a metal which can have a vacant dsp orbital, whether it is a d orbital or s orbital or p orbital. Now when we consider as a ligand, it can have a filled lone pair on its atom, so this can interact between each other. How they can interact? Suppose if we are having metal and this is having a C double bond O. Now this metal will give electron to the carbonyl group, so via pi donation. Now this carbonyl group will give the electron via sigma donation. So this is known as back donation and this is sigma donation. So how this back donation or sigma donation can happen? Suppose when we consider as a metal and ligand, now let us understand this as a metal. Now this metal which is having empty d orbital, now this empty d orbital will give the electron accept the electron from the C double bond O. Now this is having a filled sp on ligand, that is the filled s orbital or p orbital on its ligand. So now this ligand will give the electron to the metal atom. Simultaneously metal can also give the electron to the ligand. Now this is the filled d orbital. Now when it is considered as a, first of all, that is empty d orbital, now it is considered as a filled d orbital. Now this filled d orbital give the electron to the empty orbital. Now this is by the metal to the ligand and this is for the ligand to the metal. So there will be two transitions that can attack. So first of all, let us understand metal MLCT, metal to ligand charge transfer, or LMCT, ligand to metal charge transfer. So via this formation you can have a bonding between the metal as well as the ligand. Okay, so in Hack reaction we will follow this oxidative addition as well as the reductive elimination, beta hydride elimination, as well as the carbopalidation. So how this terminology can affect? So let us understand this via this this example. Suppose if we are having palladium, now this palladium which is having a 4 ligand which is 18 electron. Now this is a stable compound as it is known as unreactive also. As we know that reactivity and stability both are inversely proportional as far as the organic chemistry is concerned. So if the compound is stable, it means it is unreactive or less reactive. Now if I remove one ligand or one ligand is removed, then what will happen? This will have this type of structure. Now 2 electron will be removed, so it will have a 16 electron system. Now again if I remove one ligand more, so what will happen? Here we can have a ligand, okay, that is attached with the palladium. Now it is having a 14 electron. Now this 14 electron system, it is highly reactive as compared to this 18 and 16. Okay, now when we are reacting with this with the RX molecule, let's say aromatic halogen, okay, so now it will have the oxidative addition. Oxidative addition means what? It will increase the oxidation state. Here the oxidation state of palladium, that is 0. Now when we are attaching this RX group over here, so what will happen? Palladium, ligand, ligand, R and X. Now this is having a palladium to oxidation. So increase in oxidation state, that is known as oxidative addition. So this is the basic structure for all the reaction mechanism for all the CC coupling reaction via palladium. When we consider about Suzuki reaction, Buchwald-Hartwig reaction, Sanger-Resha reaction, Kumada coupling, whatever. So here we are having a simple formula that 18 electron species, that is less reactive as compared to 16 electron and 14 electron. Now 14 electron, it is a highly reactive species. Now when it react with the Rx molecule, it will increase the oxidation state of a palladium, so it will have a palladium 2 oxidation state. Now let us understand one more terminology, that is carbopalladation. Now this terminology that will useful in the Heck reaction. So before going to the Heck reaction, let us understand that is carbopalladation. Now this carbopalladation can be explained by this. So suppose if we are having alkene group like this, now when we are having palladium ligand like palladium, here we can have R dash group and X group. So now by the removal of one of the ligand or one of the L group, what will happen, this R1 will attach over the palladium. So this is having the R1. Now this will have a double bond over here. Now this palladium can interact with the carbon pi bond, so here we can have R dash group. Okay, now this is X group, this is L. Now this is known as intermediate step of the carbopalladation. Now in the next step, what will happen, again this R dash group will interact with the carbon, and one of the ligand, one of the group, this R dash group will be removed from here, and you can form a bond between this palladium and carbon. So what will happen over here, so here we can have R1 group. Okay, now this R1 group which is attached with the palladium atom, palladium metal. So this is palladium metal, this is X group, this is L group. Now C double bond C is broken down here, so you can have R2 group over here. Okay, so this is having a R2 group over here. Okay, R1 or R2, let us say that is the R double dash. Okay, so this is R double dash. So here you can find out the carbon bond, there is the C. Okay, so this is the formation of this palladium metal that is attached to the carbon. Now that is why it is known as carbopalladation. Okay, palladium metal is attaching with the C double bond C, it will broken down C double bond C, and you can have a palladium. Now again, if we are attaching with the ligand, so what will happen over here, here we can have a R1 group. Now that is attached with the palladium metal, X over here, ligand over here, that is one more ligand over here. So here we can form a R double dash. So now this is having a palladium 2 oxidation state. So this is simply you can call as a carbopalladation. In examination they can ask in 2 marks question, what is oxidative addition reaction, what is carbopalladation. So via this reaction you can interpret or you can explain what is carbopalladation. The attachment of the palladium metal to the CC double bond, that is known as carbopalladation. Okay, so now let us understand one of the last important terminology, that is beta hydride elimination. Okay, now if you know this terminology, you can easily understand the Heck reaction. That is why I am explaining over here what is beta hydride elimination. So let us give you one example. Here we can have R2. Suppose if we are having H group over here, let us say this is R1, this is R2. Here we can have a palladium metal, this is X, this is L group, this is L group. Now here we can have a palladium in a 2 oxidation state. Now what is beta hydride elimination? So now beta hydride elimination, no, so this is a metal, this is alpha position, this is the beta position. So now this hydrogen can be eliminated by this group. So what will happen over here? This bond will transfer over here, so it will have a double bond. This hydrogen will transfer over the palladium, so this palladium group will be removed from here. So in the end you can have a R1 group over here, and R1 and R2, in between that we can have a double bond because of the beta hydride elimination. In the end you can have a palladium metal which is attached with the ligand and hydrogen. Now when I react with this molecule in the presence of base, this H and X molecule will be removed from the reacting material. So here you can have a palladium 0 oxidation state. Here we can have a palladium 2. From palladium 2 to palladium 0, that is known as reductive elimination. Okay, so this is again a new terminology for you. So by decreasing oxidation state, that is known as reductive elimination. Okay, so this type of question, this beta hydride elimination reaction, that was asked in the NET examination also. They have given this terminology, and they have given 4 options which type of reaction is going to take place in this molecule. They have given beta hydride elimination, oxidative addition, reactive elimination, and insertion. Okay, this is not the insertion reaction. Okay, this is not the insertion. Here we can have alpha and beta, this will goes down over here, and this hydrogen will transfer over here. So here we can have a hydrogen, palladium, ligand and ligand. So this will make a C-double-bond-C. So this is known as beta hydride elimination reaction. Okay, so now let us understand the Hack mechanism. Okay, so this is the simple reaction, that is R dash X. Here we are having H C-double-bond-C R2. So now this H and X will be removed. Here we can have a C-double-bond-C group. Okay, now via forming Hack reaction. So now let us understand its mechanism. So as we know from the palladium chemistry, so here we can have a palladium in a 0 oxidation state. So first of all, let us understand the oxidative addition reaction. So when we are doing oxidative addition, what will happen? The increase in oxidation state of the palladium. So here when we are reacting with the R1X group, so this is converted into the palladium. Here we can have R group, L and L. So this is now having oxidative addition, in which we can have a palladium in a 2 oxidation state. So now this molecule can react with the our starting material, that is H. Here we can have a C-double-bond-C and R2 group. Okay, so now this is R1 group. So now what will happen? Here the carbometallation process is going to take place. Carbometallation, or you can call as a carbopalladation. Okay, so carbometallation means what? Carbon metal that will interact with the C-double-bond-C by insertion procedure. So you can, here we can have a carbometallation. So how this procedure can be taken place? So let us understand by this mechanism. So this molecule can be interact with this palladium. So this palladium can interact with the C-double-bond-C. So here I am drawing one molecule, that is R1 from here. Okay, so this is having a C-double-bond-C. This C-double-bond-C will be broken down over here. So this hydrogen and X will be removed from the resonator molecule. So here we can have a R2, that is R1 from here. C-double-bond-C will be broken down because of this palladium that interact with the material C-double-bond-C. So here we can have R1, C-double-bond-C will be broken down. Here we can have R2. Now this palladium will attach over here, that is palladium and L2, and with the help of the X, here we can have a hydrogen that is attached with the R1 group. Okay, so this R1, this hydrogen will attach over here, and this group will attach over here. Okay, so what will happen? This group is attached over here, this whole group is attached over here, and hydrogen is attached over here by the removal of the one ligand. that I already explained in the carbopalladation. Okay, in carbopalladation you can see over here this palladium will interact with the C double bond C, that is the backstab reaction. So now these R2 group attached over here, they can form a formation between the carbon carbon double bond and the palladium metal. Now this palladium metal again with react with the ligand, it can form as R1C CR2 palladium ligand and X. Okay, so the similar type of step is taken place over here. First one, that is the oxidative addition reaction, second one, that is the carbometallation reaction, and now third step, that is the beta hydride elimination. Okay, so now here we can have alpha position, this is the beta position. Now this will make a bond over here, this will broken down, this hydrogen will be shift over here, that is the palladium. Okay, so what will happen in the end, you can have this type of product, that is R1. Here we can have a C double bond C, and that is R2, that is our product. Okay, but simultaneously in this step reaction, what will happen, this is having a palladium, here we can have a X, that is hydrogen, ligand and ligand. Now again, if I react with the base molecule, okay, base molecule, what will happen, base will abstract this HX molecule, and it will follow by this BHX, that is the base. Okay, now this palladium 2, which is converted into the palladium 0 oxidation state, that is why it is known as reductive elimination reaction. Okay, oxidative means what, a 0 oxidation state to the +2 oxidation state. Here what will happen, 2 oxidation state will convert to 0. Okay, decrease in oxidation state, that is reductive elimination. Increase in oxidative state, that is oxidative addition. Carbometallation means what, insertion of palladium metal to the C double bond, that is a carbometallation. Beta hydride elimination, the metal that is attached with the carbon, that is alpha and beta, that will be removed, C double bond C formation. Now this type of C double bond C conversion via nucleophilic addition reaction, that is known as Heck reaction. Okay, so you can write down this Heck cycle, or what we can say, that is the Heck reaction, Heck cycle, or you can call as a Heck reaction. Okay, I hope you will get this point. Again I am explaining, that is a palladium 0 oxidation state, when it is reacted with, this is our starting material. Okay, these both are our starting material, R-X. Now this R-X will increase the oxidation state, that will have a palladium 2. Now in the next step, what will happen, carbopalladation reaction will be taken place. Now this palladium will interact with this molecule, this R1 will interact over here, so here we can have a R1H, C double bond C will be broken down, so this whole group will come over here, that is the palladium L2 and X. Now in the next step, this hydrogen will be removed from the reaction molecule via beta hydride elimination, that is attached over here. So here we can have a palladium LX and L, this is our product. Now in the presence of base, this HX will be removed, again we can have a palladium 0. So by that way you can prepare Heck reaction or Heck molecule CC coupling reaction. Okay, now let us understand some of the application or how this molecule can react with this type of molecule. Suppose if we are having thiophene to bromothiophene. Okay, so now when it is reacted with this type of molecule, pyridine derivative, let's say here we can have pyridine derivative like this. Now when it is reacted with the palladium OAC twice and 2% of phosphorus aromatic thrice, so what will happen, this Br and this one of the hydrogen will be removed, and this double bond will attach over here, so I can draw over here, so that is thiophene ring. Okay, so now this is having a single bond, that is double bond over here, and here we can have a, let's say, pyridine ring. Okay, So now this is for the Hack reaction. This type of reaction can be utilized for the Hack reaction under the catalytic condition of palladium. Now let us understand one more example of palladium reaction. Let us say Hack reaction. Suppose if we are having a naphthalene type of ring, okay, in presence of bromine. Now if we are having alpha beta unsaturated, suppose ester group, C double bond OAT, okay, under the presence of palladium OAC twice, okay, a triethyl amine as a base, DMF as a solvent. So what will happen, this bromine and hydrogen will be removed from here. So in the end you can have this type of formation, that is the naphthalene ring. Here we can have a double bond, okay, here we can have a C double bond O and OAT. Now this is known as Hack reaction, C double bond C formation, okay. Now what will happen if we are having two types of halogen atom present on the benzene ring. Suppose if we are having bromine and when we are having iodine, so at that time you have to consider the most living or most easily living group. So in the comparison of fluorine, bromine and iodine, iodine is the best living group. So when we are having bromine and iodine, so the reaction will be taken place via the iodine. Suppose if we are having 2 mole, so it will remove this Br also. But if you are having 1 mole, so it will react only iodine molecule, okay. So here we can have a Br group. So this is having CO2Me, okay. So by that way you can prepare this type of molecule. Let me give you one more example, okay. 1 minute. Okay, so suppose if you are having this type of molecule O triphthalate. Now when it is reacted with the C double bond C, NHCbZ, CO2R, palladium OAC twice in the presence of O tolulyl 3 phosphine. This tri O tolulyl phosphine molecule, this is represented like this. What will happen, this O triphthalate molecule will be removed from this molecule, so it will have a C double bond C formation over here. So here we can have double bond over here. So this is having C double bond C over here, and the rest of the thing will remain as it is. So this is also known as Hack reaction, okay. So by that way you can prepare your notes. This is the Hack reaction C double bond C formation. In the next video I will explain in Gujarati, so you can understand by Gujarati also. You should remember the basic funda of organic metallic chemistry, okay. So in the next video I will explain you one more reaction about the organometallic chemistry. Till then, thank you so much for watching this video.